Your back has been lying still for 7 hours. It has been compressed, cooled, and quietly tightening in the dark while you slept. And now, the moment you try to sit up, the moment you swing your legs toward the floor, you feel it. That deep, grinding resistance. That slow, reluctant creak your spine makes when it first meets the morning. If that sounds familiar, I want you to stop whatever you're doing right now. Don't reach for your phone. Don't think about coffee. Don't try to stretch it out on your own. Because here's what most people over 60 don't know. The way you spend the first 5 minutes after waking up either protects your back for the entire day or quietly destroys it every single morning. And most people are doing it completely wrong. Here's what we're going to do today. Right now, before a single exercise, I'm going to give you a test, a real, honest test that tells you exactly where your back stands this morning. Then we do a 5-minute routine, and part of it happens before your feet even touch the floor. Then we test again. Most people watching this drop their score by half before the video is over. That's not a promise. That's just what tends to happen when you finally give your spine what it's been asking for. So, write this down or remember it, but don't skip it. Sit on the edge of your bed, feet flat. Now stand up, slowly, just once. As you rise, pay attention to your lower back. Did you feel absolutely nothing? 0. Did you feel a mild stiffness? A small reluctance? 1 or 2? Did you feel real pain? Something that made you pause, made you wince, made you adjust? 3. And here's a bonus point that matters. Did you need your hands to push off? Did your arms have to do work your legs and back should be handling? If yes, add 1 more. That gives this section a maximum of 4. Hold that number. Test 2, forward bend. Stand tall, arms loose at your sides. Now slowly bend forward from the waist. No forcing, no bouncing. Just let your hands travel downward toward your knees, your shins, the floor. Let gravity do the work. Where does it stop? Where does the tightness draw a line and say, that's far enough? Touching the floor with no pull at all. 0. Reaching your shins with comfort. 1. Getting to your knees and no further. 2. Barely bending before the resistance hits. 3. Stand back up slowly. Remember that number. Test 3, side lean. Stand tall again. Slide your right hand down the outside of your right leg, leaning sideways without twisting. Then do the left. Watch for 2 things. How far you go and whether both sides feel the same. Equal range, no pulling, no pinch. 0. A small difference between sides, a slight tug on one, a clear imbalance, one side noticeably tighter than the other. 2. Pain on either side. 3. Now add them up. That total, anywhere from 0 to 10, is your morning back score. Write it down, post it in the comments, make it real. If you scored 4 to 6, you are exactly where the majority of people over 60 are. Right now. Not injured, not broken, but your back is sending a signal, and mornings are when it turns the volume up. That stiffness you feel isn't just age, it's your spine telling you that something in the first minutes of your day is missing. Here's the thing about this window, this 4 to 6 zone. The people who act here almost never end up in a doctor's office later. The ones who wait until it becomes a 7, an 8, a 9, that road is so much harder. You are standing in exactly the right place. At exactly the right time. If you scored 7 to 10, I want you to take 1 slow breath before we go any further. A high score does not mean old age has arrived to stay. It does not mean your best movement is behind you. A high score means your spine has been unsupported for a long time. The deep muscles that protect it have gone quiet. And here's what you need to know about quiet muscles. They wake up fast. People who start this routine with an 8 or a 9 commonly drop 3 or 4 points within the first 7 days. Not because of magic, because the body responds when you finally give it what it needs. Do not wait until tomorrow. Do this with me right now. Move 1. Before your feet touch the floor. If you are still in bed, stay there. This is where the routine begins. Lie on your back with your knees bent and your feet flat. Now take 1 knee, either one, and slowly draw it toward your chest. Not aggressively, not a hard pull, just enough to feel a gentle softening in your lower back. Hold it for 10 seconds. Breathe. Let your exhale do the releasing, not your hands. Lower that leg and switch. Do each side twice. This movement is called a supine knee to chest, and what it does is precisely what your spine has been waiting for since midnight. Your intervertebral discs compress during sleep. They need decompression before they're ready to bear the weight of a vertical body. This movement provides it. The muscles running along your lumbar spine, the ones that tighten like cables overnight, respond to this signal. They begin to let go before you've even gotten up. If you've had a recent disc injury or back surgery, keep the pull very light or skip to the next move. Listen to your body, not your ego. Move 2. Waking the muscles that actually protect you. Same position. knees bent, feet flat. Instead of lifting your legs this time, press your lower back gently into the surface beneath you. Think about flattening something small and soft underneath your spine. Hold that press for 3 seconds. Then slowly release. That's 1 repetition. Do 10. This is called a pelvic tilt, and it activates 2 things at once: the deep stabilizing muscles along your lumbar spine and the small intrinsic muscles of your hips that switch off overnight like a circuit breaker. These are not glamorous muscles. You won't see them in a mirror, but they are the reason your back either protects you when you reach for something on a low shelf or fails you. That sharp little tweak you sometimes feel just from bending to pick up a slipper, that's a stabilizer that didn't wake up in time. 10 slow pelvic tilts changes that. You should feel warmth spreading through your lower back, not pain. Warmth means activation. If you feel sharp discomfort, reduce the effort. Move 3. The transition most people rush through. Most of the morning back injuries that people dismiss as just getting up too fast happen in this exact moment. You're about to move from lying down to standing, and the way you do it matters more than most people. Realize, roll onto your side first. Use your arm to push yourself up to a seated position on the edge of the bed. Sit there for a full 30 seconds before you stand. Feet flat on the floor, spine as tall as it will go without strain. Now, while you're seated, place your hands on your knees and move through a slow spinal wave. Round your back, bring your chin toward your chest, let your shoulders fall forward, then reverse. Lift your chest, gently arch, let your gaze rise slightly, forward and back. 5 full repetitions, smooth, unhurried. This is a seated cat-cow, and it moves every joint in your spine through a safe, controlled range before you load it with your full body weight. Think about what happens when you start a cold engine and immediately drive hard. The equivalent in your spine is standing up from bed without any warm-up and walking directly to the stairs. The first 10 steps of your morning do not have to be the hardest. This move changes that. Move 4, the one that changes everything. If you take nothing else from this video, take this. Stand next to your bed, a low step, a sturdy ottoman, or a stable chair, something at roughly knee height. Place your right foot flat on top of it. Your left foot remains on the floor. Here's the part most people miss. Your left foot should point straight forward, not turned out, not splayed, straight. That alignment is not a detail, it is the whole mechanism. Before you do anything else, tuck your tailbone under. Imagine your belt buckle tilting upward toward the ceiling. You may already feel something shift in the front of your left hip. Good. Now, squeeze your glutes, the muscles of your buttocks. Squeeze them firmly and hold that contraction. Only now, with foot pointed forward, tailbone tucked, glutes engaged, do you gently press your left hip bone forward? Not your torso, not your waist, just the hip. You should feel a deep, almost unfamiliar stretch traveling down the front of your left thigh and into the very front of your hip. Hold it for 15 seconds. Breathe. Lower the leg, switch sides, repeat twice on each side. The muscle you are opening is called the psoas. It originates at the front of your hip and runs upward, attaching directly into the vertebrae of your lower lumbar spine. When it tightens overnight, and after 60, it almost always does, it pulls on your lower spine from the inside. You can stretch your back from the outside all day long, and if the psoas stays tight, the pain returns every single morning. This is why so many stretching routines fail. They treat the outside of the problem and leave the inside untouched. 3 cues: foot forward, tailbone under, glutes squeezed. All 3, every time. Miss 1, and you are arching your back, not opening your hip. Move 5, the reset. Find any wall, stand with your back against it, walk your heels a few inches away from the base. Now press the back of your head into the wall. Press your upper back into the wall. Press your lower back as close to the wall as you comfortably can. Arms relaxed at your sides. Hold for 30 seconds. Breathe slowly. Feel your spine lengthen. Feel the crown of your head reaching upward. This is called wall decompression, and it does something simple and profound. It gives your spine one clean vertical reference before the day begins. Gravity has been working on you for 8 hours in one direction. This counters it. It resets your posture before the weight of standing, walking, sitting, and bending compounds across the day. 30 seconds, nothing more. You are finished. The thing nobody talks about. Before your coffee, drink a full glass of water. Plain water. Here is why this is not optional. Your spinal discs are largely made of fluid. They rebuild that fluid overnight through a process that requires hydration. Coffee is a diuretic. It pulls fluid from your body. If your first drink of the morning is caffeine, you are pulling moisture out of discs that are in the middle of trying to stay cushioned. If your first drink is water, you are giving them exactly what they need to protect you all day. Many people find their afternoon back stiffness improves within a week from this change alone. Water first, coffee second every morning. Do this tomorrow morning and the morning after that, 7 consecutive days. Then find the number you wrote in the comments, your starting score, and reply with your new one. Most people find that number was never really about age. It was about what the first 5 minutes of the day was missing. Give your back those 5 minutes. It has carried you through everything. It is not asking for much in return.